follow me and let's get out of this place. We could fly over our problems, watching clouds from a private jet. But you don't have to worry about the rain when only champagne gets you wet. Everywhere I go, everything is gold. Everybody knows I got the Midas touch. Everywhere I go, everything is gold. Everybody knows I got the Midas touch. 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 Oh yeah. I wanna put some diamonds in your ears and tell you everything you want to hear. And throw this money in the atmosphere. Can you feel me now? Everywhere I go, everything is gold. Everybody knows I got the Midas touch. Everywhere I go, everything is gold. Everybody knows I got the Midas touch. Everywhere I go, everything is gold. Everybody knows I got the Midas touch. Everywhere I go, everything is gold. Everybody knows I got the Midas touch. See you in the golden sand on an island far, far away. Midas touch, I'm the magic man. Follow me and let's get out of this place. We could fly over our problems, watching clouds from a private jet. But you don't have to worry about the rain when only champagne gets you wet. Everywhere I go, everything is gold. Everybody knows I got the Midas touch. Everywhere I go, everything is gold. Everybody knows I got the Midas touch. 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 Oh yeah. I wanna put some diamonds in your ears and tell you everything you want to hear. And throw this money in the atmosphere. Can you feel me now? Everywhere I go, everything is gold. Everybody knows I got the Midas touch. Everywhere I go, everything is gold. Everybody knows I got the Midas touch. Everywhere I go, everything is gold. Everybody knows I got the Midas touch. Everywhere I go, get out of this place. We could fly over our problems, watching clouds from a private jet. But you don't have to worry about the rain when only champagne gets you wet. Everywhere I go, everything is gold. Everybody knows I got the Midas touch. Everywhere I go, everything is gold. Everybody knows I got the Midas touch. 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 Oh yeah. I wanna put some diamonds in your ears and tell you everything you want to hear, and throw this money in the atmosphere. Can you feel me now? Everywhere I go, everything is gold. Everybody knows I got the Midas touch. Everywhere I go, everything is gold. Everybody knows I got the Midas touch. Everywhere I go, everything is gold. Everybody knows I got the Midas touch. Everywhere I go, everything is gold. Everybody knows I got the Midas touch. See you in the golden sand on an island far, far away. Midas touch, I'm the magic man. Follow me and let's get out of this place. We could fly over our problems, watching clouds from a private jet. But you don't have to worry about the rain when only champagne gets you wet. Everywhere I go, everything is gold. Everybody knows I got the Midas touch. Everywhere I go, everything is gold. Everybody knows I got the Midas touch. 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 Oh yeah. I wanna put some diamonds in your ears and tell you everything you want to hear, and throw this money in the atmosphere. Can you feel me now? Everywhere I go, everything is gold. Everybody knows I got the Midas touch. Everywhere I go, everything is gold. Everybody knows I got the Midas touch. Everywhere I go, everything is gold. Everybody knows I got the Midas touch. Everywhere I can see you in the golden sand on an island far, far away. Midas touch, I'm the magic man. Follow me and let's get out in this place. We could fly over our problems, watching clouds from a private jet. But you don't have to worry about the rain when only champagne gets you wet. Everywhere I go, everything is gold. Everybody knows I got the Midas touch. Everywhere I go, everything is gold. Everybody knows I got the Midas touch. 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 Oh yeah. I wanna put some diamonds in your ears and tell you everything you want to hear. And throw this money in the atmosphere. Can you feel me now? Everywhere I go, everything is gold. Everybody knows I got the Midas touch. Everywhere I go, everything is gold. Everybody knows I got the Midas touch. Everywhere I go, everything is gold. Everybody knows I got the Midas touch. Everywhere I go, everything is gold. Everybody knows I got the Midas touch.
Hello everyone. Can you all hear me all right over there? Please let me know in the comment section. All right. Just making sure my audio is all set. Well, I hope you guys can feel the excitement. We are on day 4 of the Hashnode Bootcamp Fall 2023, and everything keeps getting better. We keep learning a lot of different new things. And as you know, I'm Daniela Passos. You can call me Dani. I'm the Developer Relations Lead at Hashnode. And I hope you guys are super pumped for another day of the bootcamp, just like I am. And as a quick recap, we covered a lot of ground in the last few days, everything from finding job opportunities in the tech space to technical writing. And the bootcamp has been like a big melting pot of ideas and lessons and conversations. And it's all thanks to you guys who are tuning here together with me to learn from the sessions. So today we are diving into some really cool stuff. And first up, I have Kevin Blanco showing us how to create compelling video content for developer communities. Then I have Danny Kalikov, who will guide us how to document your work and land a dream remote tech job. Then I have Tim talking about all the benefits about building in public. And then I have Musa Mill, talking about how to leverage AI as a developer. So following that, I just want to give you guys a big nudge here. The Hashnode Bootcamp contest is still on. So if you guys want to snag and take home the Hashnode gift box, share your thoughts, your insights, and your learnings on Hashnode, on X, or LinkedIn, letting me know all about what you have learned in today's sessions and the sessions from the previous days. So tag Hashnode, tag me so I can see your posts. And I really want to see what you guys have learned and how much you guys are enjoying each one of the sessions. So we're not just kind of like absorbing knowledge here or tuning in, zoning out and just listening in, but we are also a big community here, right? So drop any questions you guys may have, share your thoughts, ask for insights from any of our speakers. I really want to get your own tips being shared here with us today so we can learn from each other, right? So all the voices and every thought and every insight that you may have will add value here. So Tomorrow we have a jam-packed day, but we're going to talk about that later. So that sets the stage for today, and let's dive in. Let me see over here. I have our first speaker ready and set. Hey, Kev, how you doing?
Hey, Danny, how's it going?
Doing great, great, great. We're super excited for your session. So,
Thank you.
guys, I have Kevin Blanco here. He's going to be talking about how to create video content and actually compelling video content for developer communities. So, I'll let you take up the stage. Do you have a presentation ready?
Yeah, I have a presentation. I'd like to share my screen really quickly.
All right. I love the
Um,
glasses.
yeah, it's part of the personal branding, which I know that's going to be a session about like personal branding and all that stuff. It all started very like a very funny story, but I can tell that later on. I'm sharing my screen. I don't know if you can.
Yes,
Yeah,
we
there you
got
go.
it. All right. I'll let you take up the stage and then I'll come back with all the best questions from the audience here so we can discuss and go through them. Have fun.
Okay, perfect. Well, yeah, thank you, Danny, for the invitation and Hashnode. This is going to be a packed session, so stay tuned, take notes, but also pay attention. I'm just going to give some advices and recommendations on how you can create compelling, engaging content for developing communities. I've been doing this for a while, and this theme, video game style that I did for the presentation, it's because this is going to be like a journey. This is going to be like a video game journey or a movie journey. And I'm going to explain to you why, because it's part of the things that I'm going to show you about storytelling. So, who is this character? Who is this guy talking right now? I'm Kevin Blanco. I work as a senior DevRel advocate at a company called AppSmith. AppSmith is the best no code and low code platform out there to build enterprise ready applications and dashboards. And my mission, not only at AppSmith, but in my entire journey as a community member, has been to engage, support, and empower developers worldwide. That's what I have been doing for the last 10 years in parallel to my computer science work, which has been as developer, then senior developer, then tech lead, then tech manager, then tech director. I've been growing a lot, but in parallel to my tech career, I've been doing a lot of community work, which landed in this position that I've been doing for the last few months, which has been as a developer advocate, like officially a developer advocate. Also, I've been an advocate in Google Cloud Platform. I'm a Google developer expert in Google Cloud Platform, and I've been around the world speaking at events and promoting the different advantages of using the Google products. If you have any questions, put it on the channel. I know we're going to have uh, questions at the end, but feel free to put questions at any time. Um, so, what are my special moves? This is, like I said, this is like a video game, and I'm gonna share some special moves, so you can use it later on. The first thing that I've been doing, like I said, building technology for the last 14 years, and yeah, thank you for the guitar. Everybody loves it. And I've been doing internationally speaking. I've been speaking at public events and a lot during the last 5 years. Also have a background in filmmaking and script writing. I have a technical degree in film school. I actually degree from film school, and also I happen to be a private pilot. So I do a lot of different things, and that's part of the things that keeps me motivated. And what I say is always try to stay out of the box, thinking outside of the box. Don't stay in the comfort zone, because comfort zone is going to be bad for you. So if you ever happen to be in Costa Rica, which is where I'm located, and you want to go fly, let me know and I can take you for a nice ride on an airplane to see volcanoes and stuff like that. So what are my goals for today? I have three main goals. The first one is for you guys is to explain the art of storytelling and how you can use that to explain different things for our community. The second thing is the art of lining for video. It's important that when you showcase information, you do it the right way. The information could be very valuable, but if you're not doing it the right way, you might not reach your audience. And reaching audience and generating awareness is what this is all about. And that's what I do every day. And the third thing is the art of post production. I don't expect you to become a video editor in a 30-minute session, but I want to give you some tips on how you can do practical things on your day-to-day workflow so you can easily become someone who can generate content that is valuable for the community, and you can actually tell what you want to say, because at the end, that's what it matters. So I have a question for everyone in the chat. I wanted to ask you this to Danny, but I don't know if she's around. But anyway, I'm going to ask it for everyone there, and I'm going to share my own favorite movie. I want to ask everyone to tell me, what is your favorite movie? And the reason I'm asking this is because everyone has a favorite movie. Doesn't matter what country you are, it doesn't matter what your culture is, it doesn't matter what you believe, it doesn't matter anything. Everyone has a favorite movie. And there is a reason behind this. It's because film is a global and unifying thing. Everybody has a favorite movie, and there's a reason behind this. You might have seen very bad movies. I have seen movies that I don't like, but there's always a favorite one. I see people saying Interstellar, one of my favorites, Pursuit of Happiness, really nice, Divergent, many movies. My favorite one, I have plenty, but my favorite one is V for Vendetta. I don't know if you have seen V for Vendetta, but it's beautiful. Tenet, Danny, yeah, that's a really good movie. Obviously, Interstellar and anything from Christopher Nolan is just amazing. The Matrix, I'm going to talk about The Matrix here. And what is the reason behind having a favorite movie? What is the reason behind why movies are successful and why they has been successful for many, many years? It's because of storytelling. And basically, there is a reason behind storytelling. There is a structure. And when I learned this at film school, I was like mind blown, because like I started to see this journey, the hero journey, on every movie that I saw. And it's true. If you use this structure, your film is probably going to engage with certain people because it's designed to make that way. It's not invented by Hollywood. It's not something that they come up with. It's something like even from older days, on degrees, where they have this act on stage. And it's basically a three-act structure. I'm not going to explain all the structure because it's gonna take us like a lot of time. But at the end, the hero journey is just a timeless story structure which follows a protagonist on an unforeseen quest where they face challenges, gain insights, and return home transformed. It's pretty much the same structure of all Hollywood's movies, like I said. The hero's journey is a module for both plot points and character development. As a hero traverses the world, they undergo inner and outer transformations on each stage of the journey. And aren't we all heroes at the end? Are developers or the community's heroes? And we need to empathize with them. And at the end, that's what a movie does: empathize with the people who's watching the movie. So in the first act, which we have four key elements: the ordinary world, where we meet our hero. The journey has not just started, but we have to discover who is this hero and what the strange world is. We must first understand the status of the status quo, the originality, the mundane reality. We understand how Harry Potter life was before he became a wizard. We understand how Peter Parker life was before he became Spider-Man. Then we have the call to adventure. When the adventure starts, something happens that takes the person out of the comfort zone. In this stage, generally confronting problem or challenge they can ignore. The call from in Matrix, "Hello, Neo." That's where it all begins. A spider bites Peter Parker. That's basically the call for adventure. Then we have refuse for the call, in which the hero digs in their feet. They don't want to basically act upon this thing that happened in their life. And the hero refuses to call the action because it's risky. In Star Wars, for instance, Luke Skywalker initially refuses to join Obi-Wan Kenobi on his mission to rescue the princess. It's only when he discovers that his aunt and uncle have been killed by stormtroopers that change his mind. Or Frodo rejecting the ring call. That's basically the refusal of the call. Then we have the meeting of the mentor, which is when the hero acquires a personal trainer. This stage is very important. For example, we can think about Dumbledore on Harry Potter, Morpheus or Neo in Matrix, or Gandalf being the mentor of Frodo. This is really important because it's going to help our character in their journey. Then we have the second act, which is where everything happens, is where everything tumbles. When we've crossed the first threshold, in which the hero enters another world of earthness. The hero is now ready and committed to his journey. This marks the end of the departure stage and when the adventure really kicks in into the next gear. This is the moment that the balloon goes up, that the ship sails, that the romance begins, that the wagon gets rolling. Then we have the sixth stage, which is the allies and enemies. This is where the hero faces the new challenges and gets a squad. For example, in the first few months at Hogwarts, Harry Potter manages to fight a troll, almost fall into a boomstick and died, and get horribly lost at the Forbidden Forest. That's the sixth stage. Then we have the seventh step of this. This is the approach on the Emo's Cave, in which the hero gets closer to his goal, but definitely it won't make it because this is like where they find the villains, the dragon, the Death Star. Always, this is where the ultimate goal of the quest is located. Then we have the ordeal as the eighth, in which the hero faces his biggest test of all thus far. The protagonist must now confront the greatest fear. If they survive, they will emerge transformed. This is a critical moment in history. Then we have the reward, which is the season of the war. This is basically, for example, when Luke rescues Princess Leia and captures and plants of the Death Star. It's the key to the defeating Darth Vader. This is the second act, and it's where the climax happen. And then we have the third act, which is basically the end of this journey. The 10th is the road back, which the hero go back into the tunnel with a little further that they belong. And then we have the resurrection, in which the last test is met. This is what the actual climax on the story is. Everything that happened prior to this stage culminates in a growing test for the hero. For example, the dark side gets one last chance to triumph over the hero, but it ain't not gonna happen. And then we have the 12th step, the return with the elixir. This is where our hero returns trophy and homecoming. This is finally when they return home, but they return completely different. They're not the same person. They change, and that's the key of the hero journey, which is a character transforming to a new life. We're never gonna see Harry Potter the same as he started. We're not gonna see Peter Parker the same way because he became Spider-Man, or the Chronicle of Narnia's when they return home. They're completely different. They return the same home, but they are completely different. So this is basically the hero journey that most of the Hollywood movies uses, and you will be able to see all of these stages in any movie that you have seen. So what can we learn from that? This is basically storytelling. It's a way to engage, it's a way to get attention, it's a way to empathize with people, and it's a way that you can use also to create content, compelling content, and videos. And I'm going to give you my simplified version. This is something that I came up with based upon a lot of years of creating content and trying to apply um, the hero journey into creating compelling content. And basically, it's a very very simplified version where we have only three stages. The first stage is attention. This is where you gain people attention by telling them something they will love to become. Would you love to create amazing dashboards with in no code time? That's something you need to explain them and gain their attention. Then we have the reflection. Normally the reflection is a question I ask that people are going to always say yes. This is really important because it empathizes with them. Wouldn't you like to do X, Y, and Z to achieve X, Y, and Z results? That's the reflection portion. And then we have the transformation, which is very similar to the hero's journey. At the end, he becomes transformed. He's no longer the same person. I try to transform my community life by making them better to grow with whatever I'm going to teach them. And that's basically the third stage, which is the transformation, where basically I tell them how we're going to be able to transform into something they really like. And they say yes when they thought about the reflection. Let me give you a very brief example. This is something very simple. I'm going to make a video, and normally we could start with something like this. Hello, everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to integrate AppSmith with Salesforce using OAuth 2 authentication. Is very simple, and we have a connector and a template to out of the box make this connection for your sales team to start creating amazing dashboards. That sounds cool. I mean, that sounds fine. It sounds something like anyone will say, I mean, yeah, that's fine. But let me give you an example using my structure. Hey there, at AppSmith, we believe that technology should empower, not overwhelm. Are you tired of spending hours generating reports from sales, getting data from multiple tables? Have you ever wished for a hassle-free way to generate reports, graphics, and big data analysis with a couple of clicks away and without writing code? That's the reflection over there, the second step. Now, here comes the other portion. Well, here's the secret sauce. AppSmith allows through integration with Salesforce. It's so simple. Anyone can do it. We've got a ready-made connector and templates that have your sales team connected in no time. But that's not all. To get started, check out the link in our bio for a step guide. Transform your sales process with ease now. There you go. I said the same thing, but I completely changed it because I use this structure that I mentioned, which let me go back there. Here. First of all, I gain their attention by telling something that they want to hear. Are you tired of spending hours generating reports from Salesforce, getting data from multiple tables? They're probably going to say yes. Yeah, I'm tired of that, because if that's my audience, they're going to say yes. If you're not my audience and you don't use Salesforce, probably you're going to say no, because I don't use Salesforce. But um, if you are my audience, you're going to say yes, I'm tired of doing that. At AppSpeed, we believe that technology should empower, not overwhelm. I'm not saying anything on how to do that. I'm not saying how to connect or use OAuth 2 or whatever. I'm telling you a reason why, and this is really important. Hear me out. The why is key, and we're going to go into that portion in just a sec. Um, and then we have the CTA and the transformation, how you can transform it into that person, or how you can transform your business into that something that I just told you. Well, the secret sauce. Ask me to how through integration with Salesforce, blah, blah, blah. I explained to you the how. And at the end, this is key. Hear me out. This is extremely key. You could have said the question, you could have said the reflection, but if you don't do this at the end, you're lost. Is the CTA, the call to action you need to basically say what you need them to do. To get started, check out the link in our bio for a step guide by guide. Transform your sales process with ease now. You're telling that person to do exactly what you want them to do, and they're going to do it. So there you go. That's my example, and there's multiple examples I can give you, and there is a reason why this works. And if you have never seen this before, or you have never read the book, I invite you to do it. There is a book called Start with Why from Simon Sinek. If you don't want to read the book, that's fine. You can see the online video. It's a very short video on TEDx. It's, for me, it's a masterclass, and it's super simple. The principle is super simple, but it's hard to apply, and no one is applying it. Most of the people, most of the companies, most of whatever, they communicate from the outside to the inside. First of all, they say what we do. I don't know. We sell cars. We have a platform. We have a product. We have whatever. That's what you do. Then how? And we do it. We are the best tool because yada yada yada. How you connect Salesforce, or you connect multiple data sources, and that's how you do it. But very few companies and very few people talk about why, and why it's key, because we're social animals. Sorry, we are social animals, and we really connect with people because of the why. And that's the reason why the hero journey works, because they tell you about the why. They don't tell you about the how. They don't tell you about the what. They tell you about the why. And the successful companies, the successful community members communicate completely opposite, from the inside to the outside. First, why? And the example that I gave you is an explanation of this. At AppSmith, we believe that technology should empower, not overwhelm. I'm not telling you how, I'm not telling you what, I'm telling you why. And why doesn't rationalize. People will empathize with whys. People won't empathize with how or the what. That is the same reason why Apple, although it sells products that you might find better products like higher end technology phones, etc., they keep striving in sales. It's because they sell a status quo. And the reason they sell a status quo is because they communicate with why. If you go now to the Apple website, you will never see, we sell phones, we sell computers. No, you will see a bunch of quotes, bold quotes about why, how you will feel proud about using Apple products. And when you generate this emphasizing, people will feel proud about using your products, or coming to your speaking events, or using your company's products, whatever. It's because they communicate from the why, and then to the outside, how and what. I explain them to you how to do it and what to do at the end with the call to action, but I always start with why. This is my key structure. I just gave you my golden ticket. I just gave you my structure. This is what I do every day that I create videos. If you go to AppSmith, if you go to AppSmith YouTube or to TikTok and you see my videos, you will definitely see my structure over there. And I'm not going to say it always works, but it definitely generates more emphasis than just going, hello, everyone. I'm going to show you today how to create a presentation. Here's how you do it. Thank you very much. That's boring. That's not generating connections. That's not generating community. And it's really important that you try to use this structure. So to recap, in the first thing, storytelling is crucial for a devrel, a developer relation, sorry, advocate, because first of all, generates engagement. Stories captivates and engage developers, make it easy to convey technical information and build connection. Second, context. Stories provide context, helping developers understand the real world of application of your technology or your product. Third, inspiration. This is key. Stories inspire developers by showcasing how others have overcome challenges and achieved success using their tools. Then the fourth is memorability. Stories are more memorable and they drive technical details, making your message stick in the minds of your audience. And lastly, relatability. Stories humanize your message, making it relatable and showing that you understand your community needs and experiences. That's the recap of the first portion. If you only want to take a screenshot of something, this is the slide you want to take a screenshot from. Um, and yeah, send your questions. We're gonna have a place at the end. We're running short on time, so I'm gonna move very quickly. Then we have how to elevate your video production. I'm going to give you very simple and practical advices to improve your video content. The first thing is audio. Sorry. Uh, Try to get a microphone, an external microphone. It doesn't matter if it's cheap, but don't use your Mac OS or your computer or your cell phone microphone. Use an external microphone and record the audio separately to normalize audio levels. It's very simple to do it. You don't need to be an audio engineer. Obviously, they know more about this, but normalizing audio and recording audio on an external software is super simple. I use GarageBand, but there's multiple softwares out there to record the audio and normalize the levels. It's just a couple of clicks away, and it's going to enhance your communication levels a lot, because at the end, audio is what records our voice, and our voice is key in order to provide a message. Then we have lights. I'm going to give you very simple tricks here, and I actually have my own light set up over here. I want to show you. Um, this is the diagram of the lighting setup that I have right here. You don't have to do the same, but I'm going to explain the three key elements, which is key light, field light, and practical lights. Key light is going to be your main source of lighting. And here I'm going to turn off all my lights. It's going to look weird. It's going to go dark. And let me turn this off here. There you go. So my first is the key light, is the main source of light. And I have it here upper level, as you could see in the diagram that we're going to show here. The upper light is the most important one. This is the key light. This is my main source of light. And normally I want it upper, going down my face, because it generates some shadows and create textures. Textures are really important. Second, I have some field lights, the filling spaces that I don't have information or light. Since my light is coming this way, I want to put something here that fills these shadows. So I'm going to turn on my second light. There you go. This is my pink light over here. And actually, I'm going to turn on my GoPro here so you can see it. That's the field light. It's a RGB light, super cheap on Amazon. You can buy it. And there you go. That's my main light over there. It has this honeycomb, which is basically a way to soft the lights. You can also use something like this that I have right here. This is a LED panel, very cheap also. You can get it from Amazon. Then we can go to the other field light, which I have over there, which is that kind of yellow one. I want to feel some of the background, so I'm going to turn it on right now. There you go. Some lights go to the background. That's the field light. So you have, or feeling lights, you have key lights, you have something to feel the shadows over here, and something to give some texture to separate me from the background. And then you have practical lights. A practical light is just a way to enhance your setup. I'm going to turn it right now, which is my guitar and my Google Developer Expert plaque. Basically, these practical lights can be anything. It could be a lamp, it could be a LED strip, it could be anything. Doesn't have to be anything expensive, but as long as you put something that separates you from the background using fill lights, key light, and something you put behind, that's going to help enhance your video production. That over there is just a very basic video production lighting setup. There's multiple of them, but definitely that's going to help you enhance your production. Again, get a microphone. Doesn't have to be something expensive. Get some lights. If you can only have one light, it's your key light, and then use something you have in your house for practical lights. It could be a lamp, it could be a whatever. It doesn't have to be anything expensive. Anything that you can put in the back to separate yourself from the background and to generate some feeling. That's basically what you can do. Then cameras, very simple. Get an external camera. It doesn't have to be expensive camera. It doesn't have to be a DSLR. But if you get an external camera, you can do basically multiple recordings. You don't have to use your webcam. You can record from one source and then from another place to make your productions more enhanced. Not only you talking to the same camera to the same place in a boring way. No, utilize all of these features are your benefits. So for example, I only have one camera. It's a cinema camera, but it's a cheap camera. It's a Blackmagic cinema camera. It's amazing. I love it. It's the best camera in the world. It's not that expensive, but you don't have to buy a cinema camera. And there's only one camera. So I move my camera to my left, to my right, to my back, and I record different stages of the videos I'm doing. And then I put them all together on a video editor. And that way I generate something that is not going to be boring looking at the same camera every time. And there you go. It's the same lights as you can see here in this photo. The same light, the key light, the back light, the filling light, and then the practical lights. It's the same lighting, but I use it in a different positions. And then lastly, editing like a pro. I recommend using DaVinci Resolve. DaVinci Resolve is editing software that Hollywood uses, but they have a free version that is completely free. They don't have to pay anything. It's full. It's really simple to use. I know we're running short of time, but I would love to get some questions rather than spending time explaining how to use DaVinci Resolve. But download it. It's simple to use. Just drag and drop your footage, your audio. You then create a timeline and start sticking your videos and your audio together. DaVinci Resolve have a feature that basically syncs your audio from the camera to the audio you recorded. Just one click away, you sync the audio, and that's it. You have professional audio. And then it has a feature that normalizes the sound levels for YouTube. So basically, DaVinci Resolve is going to normalize all of the audio levels in case you're speaking too high or too low at some portions. It's going to normalize everything so it sounds beautifully on YouTube. And lastly, you can publish your videos directly from YouTube. Is going to encode it the right way. I love DaVinci Resolve. We have many tools, like also generating captions of your videos automatically using artificial intelligence. You just click one button and it's going to generate all of your captions ready to upload to YouTube. Go ahead and download DaVinci Resolve, and it's super easy to use. We can maybe have another session after how to edit using DaVinci Resolve, but since we're running a bit short of time, I'd love to get some questions and answer some of them.
All right. That was a really awesome presentation. And both myself and everyone who was attending the session here were like mind blown by the interactivity of the slides for sure. Uh, for the camera you use, Mohammed is asking, what is the camera name?
Yeah, it's Blackmagic Cinema Camera 4K. It's around $1,000. Sorry, it's because there's new versions, the 6K and 6K cinema cameras, but the 4K is good enough. You're not going to be making 6K video productions anyway.
Absolutely. And let me see. Do you have any thoughts on Kden Live? I'm not sure if that's how it's pronounced, but it's an open source software to edit videos.
I have never used it, to be honest, but I can take a look and maybe share some thoughts on LinkedIn. You share me, sorry, you follow me. I can share some thoughts around that.
That's awesome. That's a great question and something that even I myself would love to get an answer from you. So does having an accent affect the way our storytelling is perceived?
In a way, maybe. but I try to practice things, how to pronounce them before I record the video. So I record the audio and hear myself before, and I say, does this sound like a native, language speaker? If it doesn't, I try to practice before I actually record the video. Now, this type of videos, like live productions, obviously some accent will be heard. But that's fine. At the end, you're trying to empathize with people, and if you give your idea in a good way, people are going to empathize. Doesn't matter if they have a different accent that the one they have natively, and that's fine. I think people can cope with that.
It's even like a little sauce in terms of personal branding and having your own flair into the videos, right? So I agree with you over there.
Yeah.
Audrey here is asking if you have good content but bad equipment, would you recommend waiting before recording a video, or what would you suggest?
No, I mean, if you had there's no thing as bad equipment. You can have a very cheap camera, but if you make different recordings from different spots, if you use a light, doesn't have to be an expensive light. You can get a very cheap light from $25. Just make sure to put something behind the light so it's softened. You don't gonna like the light is hidden right here and creating all those shadows, and you have your face like, oh my god. That's fine. You don't have to buy expensive equipment. At the end, all that matters is that you generate important content, and the first portion of the storytelling, it's more key than the actual production. It helps, definitely it helps, but storytelling is key. If you have good equipment and bad storytelling, you're done. But if you have good storytelling and maybe some basic equipment, you're going to be good.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Uh, what type of external mics do you recommend?
So I'm using the Rode Pod mic. This one is not that expensive. It's $90 on B&H Studio, sorry, B&H Photo and Video. But anything like, for example, there's the Yeti. It's not that expensive. It's USB. You don't have to have a condenser. I used to record a lot of videos with an USB microphone that I bought from Amazon from $25, and it worked. So you don't have to buy anything expensive. But yeah, a Yeti or a Rode, they're really good, obviously, and they create great audio quality.
Awesome. Okay, we're going a little over time here.
Yeah, sorry
So,
about that.
Kev, thanks again for your amazing presentation. I really loved and got to learn a lot about storytelling and how to build the structure for storytelling for actually creating compelling videos. So, thank you for sharing that. And, guys, if you do have more questions, if you do want to connect with Kevin, please connect with him on X. Kevin, if you can, please drop your handle here in the comment section for the audience. And yes, thanks again for accepting the invite, making the time, and joining me today.
Yeah, sure. Just send you my YouTube channel where I put a lot of videos. Also, I'm going to be sharing videos about, about this thing, video production, community production. There's multiple videos out there, so please follow me on YouTube. You can find me. I'm going to put the actual handle so it's much easier, and it's the same handle all over the place, Twitter or X, and also on LinkedIn. So yeah, thank you very much, Kevin Blanco Z at the end. That's my handle in YouTube, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Connect and send messages. I don't care if you want to send me a message asking a question. Go ahead. I don't care. This is why I love community work. I love to work with people. And thank you so much, Danny and Hashnode, for making this happen. This opportunity. It's been an amazing bootcamp. And yeah, looking
Absolutely.
forward for all of the other sessions.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And let me take you off the screen. See you later.
Bye.
All right, guys. I hope you guys got to enjoy Kevin's session. And I definitely would love to learn and see from you guys who here has already tried creating video content for dev projects or to share stories. Any quick tips or insights or lessons that you guys would like to share, please paste them in the comments section. I already have our next speaker over here. So, for our next session, talking about how to document your work to get a remote job in tech, I have Danny Kalikov here. I'd like to bring him to the stage. Hello, sir. How are you
Hello.
doing?
I'm doing well, doing really well. Am I audible? Can everyone hear me?
You
Hold
are
on.
audible. Yes, you are.
Yes.
All
How's it
right.
going?
Get your presentation ready. I'll bring it to the screen. See a lot of people already super excited here. Seeing you over here.
Just trying to screen share.
Oh yes, we have the Danny duo back
Yeah,
here.
as always.
As always.
Mm, it's telling me I need to quit. For some reason, that's interesting.
It's
Uh,
okay. It's okay if you
oh
gotta
no, I
rejoin.
have a window I can share. There we go.
Okay.
This should be working, and everyone should be seeing this screen, I suppose now.
No, I don't see it over here.
Hmm. The perks of working in tech and not being able to share your screen. I love it. Hello, everyone. Hi. I can't see the chat at the moment, but it's good to see everyone. Let's see. So present, window, share should be working. Yeah, I've enabled sharing. Is there anything else I need to do? Because
No, I think you may do need to rejoin the session. I'm not
okay,
sure.
let me try that. Give me 1 second. Yeah, just 1 second.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Let's give him a couple of minutes. And in the meantime, yeah, that happens all the time, right, Audrey? Like always talking on mute, like all the hustle and hassles that we have to deal with, especially with working in a remote session for sure. Um, yeah, like from the previous session, I definitely would love to know from you guys, like, what is your go-to platform for both consuming dev-related content or creating dev-related content as well, video content itself? Because I know when it comes to blogging, you guys created on Hashnode, so let me know if you guys handle the video content on YouTube, on Twitch, or if you guys have any other platforms that you guys love to share content in. All
All right.
right. Hello, sir. See you back here.
Hello. Is it working now?
Yeah, hit present over there.
Why? Oh, just a second. There we go. Right.
Okay.
Screen visible.
Uh,
No, still
no,
not. Hmm. Because I can see my screen and I can see the screen I'm presenting as well.
no, I can't see like I can see the screen. It shows like click to exit full screen actually.
That's interesting. So it's only showing this one then.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll have to do it like this, I suppose.
I think
Sadly,
you need to share your entire you can hit present and share your entire screen, no?
it is the entire screen. I am sharing present full screen.
No, wow.
That's what I'm doing. Usually it works.
Mm-hmm.
So if I click present, then it
Yeah.
goes into a
Go ahead.
separate. Yeah, it goes
Yeah.
into a separate screen.
Ah,
That's why
okay. So maybe you're sharing the if it's sharing like a separate screen, you need to share that separate
the
screen to the
entire. I
stage.
think I need to share the entire thing. Uh, if I had my setup, because I'm not in Spain, it would have been much easier. Okay, I'm gonna share the entire screen. I think that might help.
All right. Go ahead.
Okay, so now present.
Okay, here we go.
Is it working?
It's working, and I'll let you take the stage.
Perfect.
Guys, do
Thank you.
send your questions, challenge Danny, share your insights, your thoughts, and
Yeah.
I'll bring the best thoughts, insights, and questions in the very end of the session here.
How long do I
So,
have? 20?
20 minutes.
20
Go
minutes.
ahead.
Okay. I'll put on 20 minutes just to be sure we don't miss. And then 5 minutes like Q&A, I suppose.
Yeah. 2 to 3
Right.
minutes
All right,
because
let's
we
go.
are, otherwise, we'll go over time. So,
Yeah.
go ahead, take the stage, and have fun.
Let's go. All right. Welcome, everyone. Apologies for the delay and technical difficulties. We would not be working in tech if we did not have these. My name is Daniel. For those who don't know, I still work in tech. I'm taking a small break. That's why I'm not in Barcelona in my usual environment, but I'm in Belgium where I used to live with my parents. So To keep it short, today we will talk about how you can document your work online, on Twitter, on all socials, to find remote work. This is something I've been doing for the past, I think, 5 to 7 years now. The last time I had a proper old school interview has been ages. All my jobs lately has also been through Twitter. I did not have any formal interviewing. I did not have any technical lead code style interview questions. It was always through the documentation of my work online. I found all those jobs. So let's talk about that. My presentation will be very, very simple for the reason that I want you to pay attention to what I'm saying and not be reading the screen. So I would suggest if you have pen and paper, grab one now. I'll give you like 30 seconds. If you don't, open some notes in, but try to listen as much as you can and do the active recalling after the conversation. If you have any questions outside of the presentation I'm giving today, just approach me on Twitter. I'm approachable. Just DM me. I'll reply to you. So let's get started. We don't have a lot of time. So to me, and from the experience I have shared with friends and online and offline, there are 5 steps that you need to complete in order to be able to be presentable to look for remote opportunities, right? So let's start with number 1. These are not hard at all, but they do take some time, they do take some consistency, so you'll have to put in some work. Step number 1 is, of course, your profile. Now, what do I mean by that? This could be, for me, for example, it's Twitter, because Twitter for me is important. This is where I find my opportunities, my networking, my clients, my jobs, right? So your profile needs to be clean. What do I mean by clean? When I visit your profile and I can't see a clean profile picture, I see a weird banner that looks like it's MLG gaming montage from 2008. If you don't have any obvious bio as well of it, what you do, who you are, etc. Me as an employer, I will not be looking at your profile. So you need to have a clean profile picture. This is number 1 because you need to be relatable. We need to see a human behind the profile, right? Number 1, profile picture. Number 2 is your banner. Now try not to include so much information in your banner. Use the banner as a extra means of complementing your profile. So for example, if you work in tech and you build SaaS products, maybe have the name of your SaaS in the banner as a graphics, and then underneath it you can say something like, I built SaaS products for, I don't know, healthcare providers, whatever it is, right? Make sure your banner contains as minimal information as possible, but it's crucial information. So 1 sentence about what it is you're trying to convey to the public or your potential employer, right? Because there's a lot of profiles who put a lot of things in their banners and then it gets all hectic and we just exit the profile. So profile picture, make it clean. If you don't know how to clean your profile picture, go to PF Maker. I think it's called pfmaker.net or IO. Just Google it, PF Maker. You can clean the background, you can touch up your face, etc. So make it something clean and simple. Just a slight smile is more than enough. You don't need to have a suit on you. All right. A clean and minimal banner is also very important. And then last but not least, your bio. I would argue your bio is one of the most essential things because a lot of people, and I used to do this as well, we put so much information in there that's not really relevant to what it is we're trying to convey. So remember that when someone is looking at your profile, they're looking at it from their point of view, from their perspective. So their perception of you is different of what you believe you are. So even if I think I am the best DevRel or I'm the best public speaker or whatever, whoever sees my profile, if I have no information about me being a public speaker or a DevRel, they will not think about it. So they will just, look for someone else. So make sure you have a few sentences as short as possible, as clean and concise as possible that convey who you are, what you're trying to achieve or do, and what you're trying to do in the future. So those 3 things, right? And then last but not least, you should have a link to either your blog, your portfolio, or maybe your YouTube channel, for example, right? I would argue not to put your link tree because when you click on a link tree, there's so much information out there and someone can get lost because you'll have your TikTok, YouTube, your Instagram. A lot of people and employers don't care about this, and this minimizes your chances of finding a job. Excuse me. So make sure it's something clean and simple. It could be your personal blog, it could be your personal portfolio where you have all your projects, for example. Those are the most important factors that you need to have. So I would start with your profile picture. It could be something simple. If you have a white wall in your home, just take a selfie or have your mom or dad take one and just clean it up in PF Maker. Then your bio, iterate every time, like renew your bio. Take a look at other people's bios, not mine, because I'm taking a break. Go to Francesco, go to Danny, for example. Take a look what works and what doesn't work, and what type of style you would think suits you, and then adjust your bio to that. And then your banner should always be complementing your profile. So make sure your profile picture is clean. Your banner doesn't get all the attention, but your bio gets all the attention, right? So banner is always complementing. Your profile picture is you, and the bio is who you are. And then last but not least, on your profile, pinned tweet. This is something a lot of people don't even think about. It used to be me, still really working on it. Your pinned tweet is something you can put a lot of information in. If you have, for example, a secondary blog or a YouTube channel, or maybe you're working freelancing for a company, or you want to show some results, a pinned tweet is the best thing you can do. Write a tweet, put all the information that you want to convey, make it short and concise. Again, don't waste anyone's time, not yours as well. Pin that tweet, because if people go on your profile and they start scrolling down, the first thing they will see is your pinned tweet. So make sure that's also clean. So for this section of your profile picture, your banner, your bio, and your pinned tweet. Those four are really, really important. And banner obviously includes also your link to your work, to your portfolio, to your blog, etc. So having said that, we go to step 2 while I hydrate myself, as you should as well, with a lovely bottle of Saskia Belgian water, I suppose. Your work. Now, what I mean by your work, the whole point of this talk is how to document your work, how to showcase what you do, that you can find opportunities, right? You're looking for a job, you're looking for a freelancing client. Documenting your work is not just joining 100 days of code or hashtag build in public and just spamming every day. There needs to be a strategy, and there needs to be a system behind everything that you do. Now, I don't want you to overthink the strategy and the system. Don't try to systemize your whole Twitter profile. It's not going to work. You need to have the work first before you try even to do anything. So in the beginning, I'm going to get rid of these errors for now. In the beginning, you need to have 3 to maybe 4 tweets a day about what it is that you do, your struggles or your wins, and also your work. So let's say you are a React developer who is working on a software as a service, right? Don't just spam daily on Twitter 4 to 5 times a day that you're working on something and that something's not working. You need to have 5 different type of tweets. One is community based, so maybe you're interacting with someone, maybe you're helping someone out, maybe someone has a question. That's very, very important, and we'll talk about that later. The other type of tweet should be what you're working on. So maybe you have implemented a new feature, or maybe you have changed a design in your program or app or SaaS. Post a picture and post a very short tweet what you changed and why you changed it, because that will also help people out, first of all, and second of all, people will see that you're progressively building up. You need to make sure that whenever someone is on your Twitter profile, they can see progress. So you can't be stagnated, because time goes forward, and if you're sitting at the same place, that means you're not upgrading, you're downgrading. So make sure you're always showing either progress or you're engaging with the community. How do you show progress? You built a feature, you've interacted with a customer, maybe you had a freelancing project where you solved your customer's problem, you increased their sales numbers, whatever it is that you think will help you, will benefit your profile and your chances of landing something, you put on. Memes and engagement posts and all that, they're absolutely okay, but try to minimize those, because when an employer is on your channel, they would prefer to see your work and not your memes or your engagement posts, right? I understand that the game needs to be played, especially on Twitter, but be very, very careful of how you balance this. In my opinion, you should post 3 tweets a day, one in the morning, one maybe a little bit after lunch, so late afternoon, and then one in the evening. Do not overspend your time on Twitter as well. The whole point of finding remote work is by documenting your work and not spending time on Twitter. So you can take 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes in the afternoon during lunch, and then 5 minutes in the evening to engage with people, to interact, to reply, etc. But make sure you have 3 tweets to 5 tweets a day about your work, about how you're helping the community and what you're improving on. So that's one thing. If you have a blog post, also 1 blog post a week is really, really good. I would suggest you have a blog Don't try to make one if you can't. Just go to Hashnode, make a blog. It's really, really easy. Showcase your thought, your whole process. Those are the places where you can go really local and really long. Try to keep your Twitter tweets, your X posts as minimal as possible. All right. So let's go on to the next one. After your work comes the community, because once you start posting and once you start interacting with people, this is really interesting because I'm just seeing my presentation. I can't even see if the camera is working and stuff. But once you start posting your stuff and you're building up the community, you're meeting people, you're meeting friends, you're meeting like-minded people. This is where the power of X or slash Twitter comes in, because in this case, let's say you've been tweeting for 5 months and you now at the time where you feel ready to start looking for opportunities, jobs, etc. Or if you have been consistently building and engaging and communicating on Twitter and posting in a span of 5 months, you should be able to have 1K, 2K followers, right? Of those 2K followers, let's say 200 will be your friends, and maybe 50 of those will be like really closer friends who are ready to help you out. Let's say after that you post a tweet. Hey, it's been maybe 5 months that I've been on Twitter. I'm looking for a new opportunity, new job. All it takes for you is to post that tweet, and then all the friends that you've gathered and all the community around your profile and around you will absolutely help you retweet, repost, and engage. That's one of the reasons I've been really active on X or Twitter as well. That's how I found my few past jobs. I've helped dozens of people and friends on Twitter, even people not working in tech. I've shared their profiles and they have found jobs on Twitter. It's crazy. It's really doable. It might be hard at the beginning, but trust me, trust the process. It will work. So going back to that, your community is the group and circle of friends who you also help. You can't be just posting things and expecting nothing in return. And then, I'm posting every day. I'm bringing value. Why is no one helping me? Forget that. Like, throw that out of your system. Post things, document your work, but also start helping people. If someone needs help, help them. Have a call, maybe have a coffee chat, talk to people, join Discord communities, join communities, what are they called again? Yeah, communities on Twitter as well, on X, because that will grow your circle. And the bigger your circle is, the more power you have as an individual on Twitter or X to find opportunities you are not able to find otherwise. And that's where networking comes in, which is something we'll discuss in a little bit as well. So I want you to really remember that it's not only about your work and what you are doing, but also you are helping the community on Twitter, on X, and that's where the real power lies in. So don't forget to engage. It's a social media platform. Be social and post your media. Next up is your networking. I thought that would be the last point, which it's not. Your networking follows. There's a lot of misconceptions, I think, between community and networking. When people hear the word networking, for some reason they think about a lot of people, old people with gray hair in suits, shaking each other's hands, handing out business cards, stuff like that. That's completely not it. But there's also a lot of people who think that community and networking is the same. It's absolutely not. You can have a group of people and friends and followers, or your audience, whatever you have, on Twitter, on X, which is not necessarily your network. So your network is a bunch of people that you can go to for opportunities. So for example, I have a lot of friends, even in real life. I cannot approach them and say, hey, let's invest 50K in whatever, Dogecoin, and that's not going to happen. But they're still my friends. That's my community. I have a lot of people who are not necessarily my friends in real life, but I can absolutely approach them and say, hey, I want to start luxury car rental in Belgium, for example, which something I did. And then they were like, oh yeah, let's do it. And now I'm making money off that. Think of those things that work the same on Twitter. So on Twitter, your community will grow naturally once you're being active on it. From your community, find the people that you can use as your network to land new jobs, new opportunities, have new engaging and exciting projects going on. They can be your friends and they will be part of your community, but networking is a more professional and a more mindful practice than building your community. Your networking should be, you call DM people, don't be afraid of that. Approach people. Don't just send them a hey, tell them, hey, I've looked over at your profile, you're working on X project. I really like your X project. Is there something I could help you out with? If you don't want to help them or you want to just learn more, Do you have maybe 10 to 15 minutes to talk about this, your project? Once we're done and you give me more information how it works and what you've done and what you've learned, I'm more than willing to share your project with my followers, for example. Don't be afraid to use your following as a means to go to people and show them some sense of authority because you have worked for it. Approach people through DMs. That's something I did a lot. That's how I built a few projects and how I gained a lot of networking opportunities. Don't be afraid to talk to CEOs and co-founders and everyone. My first job that I found on Twitter was through approaching a CEO from a company in Austria, which was a really fun gig that lasted me a whole year. Go out there. I think a lot of people are afraid to put them out there, and that prevents them from finding all these exciting opportunities. Engage with people, engage with those who are building products as well. I would even go as far as having a Notion board or a Apple Notes template where you have your time's running out, where you have your networking list. How many times have you called them? How many times have you engaged them? Where can these networking opportunities lead you? Because in the end, it's about you finding jobs, remote work, and opportunities. So be sure you network every day, at least 10 to 15 minutes. It's not going to pay off immediately, but in the span of 6 months, you'd be surprised how many opportunities you can land once you take it a little bit seriously. Then the last point, which is a perfect ending as well for us, is you. There's a lot of misconception about how you should approach social media, I think. And a lot of people forget that you are, no matter how cliche and Disneyland it sounds, you are a whole niche. You are a unique individual with unique experiences. You have a unique perspectives. You have unique everything. Don't be afraid to showcase who you are as a person, as long as it doesn't harm anyone, as long as you're being polite and respectful. Put yourself out there. If you're like me, for example, who is very energetic and loud during Twitter spaces, go there. Don't be afraid. People love my Twitter spaces. If you're someone who is calm and collected and you talk a little bit more, intellectually, so to speak, also go there. Don't ever be afraid of anyone's comments on how you are, because you will always have people who look either down on you or who hate you. But there's a tenfold of people who actually love for who you are, love the work you do, and will approach you as a person. So put yourself out there, put your work out there, tweet, record videos if you want to, record explanations, make blog posts. Find the medium that works for you to create and document your work. It doesn't have to be tweets necessarily, but that works. But if it's audio, create a podcast. If you like writing, write on Twitter, write on X, write on Hashnode or any other platform that you prefer. If it's video, create video on X/Twitter, go to YouTube, TikTok, etc. But find the thing that works for you, that you're comfortable with, and that you will be able to produce on a mass scale on a period of 3 to 6 months. Because doing this documenting takes time and it's gonna take a lot of effort. But trust me, in 6 months, you can literally change your life. Like, this is not some jumbo mumbo YouTube motivational speak. Now I'm in Belgium in my old apartment. I literally just hosted spaces for 6 months. And then I moved to Barcelona because I had a few opportunities that gave me the ability and finances to move. Now I live in Barcelona and I have a flat in Belgium. Completely possible, trust me. But you need to put in the work. It needs to be daily and it needs to be mindful. I think this is a very short, because there were some technical difficulties, so we lost maybe like around 10 minutes, but this is a very short introduction to how this all works. If you have any questions, I think maybe we have a couple of minutes. If not, just go on Twitter, DM me. It's Denny Tech with 2 H's. Just find me on Twitter, and I'm more than happy to help all of you in here. So I hope you enjoyed this. I think, Danny, I give you the stage.
All right, all right, all right. Let's get back here because we have a lot of comments and a lot of insights. So we have a couple of minutes for you to go through these questions before I pull up our next speaker. So, getting started here, I have Sophia asking, how can you manage the engagement of your content over time? The first time connecting is easy, but maintaining a connection after the first or second chat is hard for her. How would you manage that?
This depends on what she means, what they mean by hard. I think they get overwhelmed by the amount of messages they get, because I think you as well, Danny, like once you connect with someone and you have 10 people you're connecting with on a daily basis, it just goes overboard. What I have done for myself, and I feel a little bit guilty about this, I have literally a Notion board called networking where I get alarms. Like if a week has passed and I have not responded to people, it like wakes me up. Because remember, our brains are not made for maintaining stuff. This is ideas and remembering stuff. Our brains are made for making the connections and getting ideas, but not storing them. So don't be afraid or don't feel guilty to like take notes or even set alarms on your phone. Hey, I need to reply to this guy or this girl or whatever in a week, for example. So, and also take it easy. Don't feel guilty for not responding. Tell the person, like, hey, look, I need a little bit of time. I'll get back to you. That's completely fine. People understand. Trust me, we all have this. But have a system where maybe it helps you with reminders, or maybe you have a Notion board where it makes your job easier of connecting with people. I think that's something I would do as well.
Absolutely, especially if a connection is important, right? And it's important for you to stay in touch with that people, that person.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
is it possible to get a remote role just by networking online, or should we really focus on also additionally offline event networking too? Have
If
you
you have the
attended many
time,
events or conferences in the past?
yeah, I used to fly a lot. I used to like last year. I think I flew to 2 events a month. Do not recommend at all. Not because it's a waste of time, but because first of all, flying is a lot of time itself, and then it's taxing on your body. If you have the time, combine both, absolutely. But I would stick to online networking because it's just so much more powerful, because you never know, one tweet might go viral and then someone sees, a company sees it, and they're like, oh, this person is actually a great fit for us, let's interview them. And they won't be asking you that those typical interview questions, where do you see yourself in 5 years, solve this fizzbuzz for me, because they already have seen your content, and they will go after you as a person, less so than after you for your skills, because showcasing the skills is much easier than you being a likable person. A lot of people tend to forget that the people interviewing you are also human beings. They want to work with you, but they need to see and tell if you are a person to be worked with, so to speak. So you need to be fun, you need to be, a little bit chill, outgoing, and nice. Because no matter how good your technical skills are, if your soft skills are lacking, it's going to be hard. So I would stick to online, excuse me. But if you can attend an event or two in a month, definitely beneficial. Yep, absolutely. Good luck with
It's
it.
almost like that show Don't Tell, right? Uh,
Exactly.
Last but not least, what steps should a recent graduate take to secure the first remote job?
Okay, that's a very good question, and it's a tough question to answer because it depends on so many factors. So, for example, your location, what the market demands, what tech skills you need to learn for your market as well. I would suggest, again, building something that solves a problem for you. Don't focus on to-do lists and calculators and weather apps. For example, one of my issues was I needed a morning routine that I would stick with, so I built a very simple React page that would have my morning routine to-dos. And then some company in UK saw that, and they were like, hey, we would like you to offer a remote opportunity. And the reason is because I could talk about this app that I've built for days. It solved my problem. I was passionate about it. I put in the work. I did not need to look up any tutorial. So find something, no matter how simple it is, a problem that you want to solve, and try to build a project around it, because that separates you from all the to-do lists and weather apps. Absolutely.
All right. Well, we do have a lot of questions coming up here. Okay, I'll pull just one very last one here from
One more. The rest just
one more.
tweets at me. That's fine.
So the 3 tweets a day rule. What kind of tweets should those be? And should it be personal? What are you working on? What I have learned, or a combination of all of them?
Yeah, again, a good question. The thing with Twitter is you can go really deep. You can attack the three fears of people. So you can have motivational, you can have a pain point, and you can have educational. There's like a whole thing in psychology. I suggest everyone like dive deep into this, but just keep it simple for the beginning. Just post in the morning like what your plan is for the day, what you're gonna do. That will build the community because you will meet like-minded people. Oh, I'm also running my dogs in the morning, whatever, right? And then maybe in the late afternoon you're like struggling with something at work, or maybe you're studying, or maybe there's a coursework you're struggling with. And then in the evening maybe you post something more personal. Oh, I went into tech because I saw a YouTube video and they were making 1 million a second, and that's why I want. So have a mix, a healthy balance, but don't overthink it. It's completely fine to post memes a whole week, and then suddenly the next week there's a whole load of technical things. Again, I would try to balance everything and try to systemize your Twitter, but be sure that it's not a job you're doing, but more something you're putting your showcasing your skills and showcasing your personality online. Don't overthink it, but don't take it not too seriously, if that makes sense. Have a healthy balance.
Well, thanks again for taking on my invitation and coming to stage and sharing all those really, really cool insights and tips on this topic. I loved it.
I love being here. It's always a pleasure seeing you, Danny, as well. And just again, thank you, Hashnode. Thank you, Danny. And for everyone, for anyone who has questions, just at me on Twitter. I will be happy to help you out as well. And good luck with the rest of the bootcamp as well.
Awesome. All right. I'll talk to you later.
Talk to you
So
later.
thanks again and see you. Okay, guys. How are you guys doing here in the comment section? Did you guys enjoy the session from Danny? Awesome. All right. So I see our next speaker is ready and set over here. And for the next session, we have Tim sharing the benefits of building public for developers. So let me pull him up to the stage. Hello, hello, sir. How you doing?
I'm fine. What about you?
I'm doing great and actually really excited to have you here with us today.
Yeah, same here.
All right. So I see that you already have your presentation ready and set over here. Let me pull it up to the stage. And all right, then I'll let you take it over and have fun then.
Thank you so much, Danny. All right, guys, you're welcome. I'm so pleased to be here. Thank you so much, Danny. Again, thank you, Hashnode. It's an honor and a privilege to be here among the speakers. So, I can't see where the people are, but if there is a way I can, get your comments. Okay, yeah. All right. Please, if you're with me, can you just drop an emoji or just say hi in the comment section? I like it being interactive. Yeah, I can see you, Ishan. I can see you, Audrey. I can see you, Jairo. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, quickly. So I'll be going over a very important topic. A very, very important topic. Benefits of building in public for developers. It's quite important because there are a lot of opportunities, there are a lot of benefits that is tied to building in public. And as developers, we sometimes we tend to focus on code, focus on the technical skill, just like Dennis said, forgetting there are a lot of things that if we put in place, we will reap a lot of benefits from it. So, and I knew that we are all developers, so that's why I made my slides developer friendly. Hi. Yeah. So let's begin. Oh my. So, what is building in public? What does it mean to build in public? Building in public, is it when you are coding outside? Is it when you take your laptop or take your workspace or whatever and you go where public people are and you're just building? So what does it really mean? Okay, so by the end of this, we'll understand the meaning of building in public, what it entails, how it benefits developers, and also how you can get started from scratch, even if you've not built anything in public before. Are you with me? So let's move on. So a quick introduction. You already know my name. I'm Timo Konkwo. I'm a software engineer and a DevRel. I built Soft Amplify, and I do a couple of AI projects too. So that's pretty much it. I like to create things and share online. So apart from building products, AI projects, a musician too. I play the bass guitar, and I do copywriting in my free time. So yeah, that's me for you. So let's proceed. So these are the content of the things we'll be going over. Firstly, we'll be having an introduction to building in public. Okay? What does it mean? And then we'll go over the common misconceptions about building in public. Okay, there are a lot of people getting it wrong. And like I said in the beginning, it's not about carrying your computer and coding where people are in public. Not really. So, and then benefits and why you should build in public. Every developer here listening to me, it's beneficial, and I hope that by the end of this section, you'll see the reasons to, start building in public, and then how to get started as a developer. And then at the end, I'll also share with us some of the successful developers and founders that have been sharing their journey uh, from the start. And by the end, we'll have a quick question and answer if time permits. So let's dive in. So, introduction to building in public. What the heck is building in public? What does it mean? So, building in public simply means sharing transparent behind the scenes. I will explain what all this means so that everybody can understand and be on the same page. So, it means just sharing behind the scenes, successes and failures, and every step of the progress of a project, product, or even a company with the public audience. So what does this mean? So let's take, for instance, that you started learning how to code. What behind the scenes are you to share? What successes and failures are you to share? What are the steps are you to share? Okay? Or you started building a company or a product. So what are you to share with the public? And it entails building in public. What is it? Okay, so it's simply sharing your failures and successes. Okay? The behind the scenes here, most times when we are coding as developers, we might meet a bug, and we feel that we are, behind. We don't know anything. I don't know whether it happens to, if it happens to you, can I just see a yes in the comment section? But it happens to me. Sometimes when I meet a bug, I feel, oh, how I should be getting this right. Why am I not getting it right? Okay. So most times we tend to, develop what is called imposter syndrome. I'll still talk about that later in this section. Okay. But once we start building in public, sharing these moments along the way, okay, sharing these moments along the way, we would, find that we are not alone. There are a lot of other people, developers, of facing the same things as we are facing. Okay, so that's it. So if you have any question about what it means to build in public, as we go on, I will explain every bit of on the way, so we guys will be on the same page. So let's continue. So did you know that unlike stealth developers or startups, those that build in public are open about their goals, their progress metrics, and etc. So stealth developers are developers or those building a startup that are kept secret. Okay, so for instance, the idea I had before about building products, it's, you just go inside, get an idea, go inside, spend like 6 months to 1 year, brainstorm, build a complete solution, and then launch it in the market. That was the idea I had. Okay, but this is called building in stealth mode. So nobody knows you, it's private, nobody knows about it, you are in stealth. So, but unlike this, those that build in public, they are open about their goals. Okay, so if you're building in public, you're open about your goals. If you're learning how to code in public, you are learning in public, you're open about your progress, your metrics, what is happening, what is going on at each point in time. Okay, so those that build in public, they utilize various channels like Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, blogs, and etc. to share their story. When I started building in public, that should be 2021, I found out that my following on Twitter started growing. I was surprised. I was shocked. In less than 4 months, I moved from less than 1,000 followers to 20 something thousand followers. So I was shocked, but that's one of the benefits of building in public. We'll still talk about that as we progress. So yeah. So what are the misconceptions of building in public? What are the misconceptions of building in public? I'll try as much as possible, to be fast so that we can have time for questions and answers. So, building in public is not self-promotion. They are quite similar. Okay? They are quite similar. But it's not self-promotion. Okay? I come from a sales background. I come from a copywriter's background. So I know what self-promotion is about, when you're trying to sell yourself, when you're trying to convince people that you are this or you are that, you're trying to get people hire you. Okay. That's part of it, but that's not the main aim of building in public. Okay. So it's beyond self-promotion. While you're building in public, you can get self-promoted, but it's not the goal. It's not the aim. Okay. So building in public is beyond self-promotion. It's about the community. It's about the community. Okay. Once you're learning and you're learning in a community, you have more chances of growth than somebody that is learning privately or on its own. Okay. So for the past 3 years, I've been building developer communities, and I discovered that even I, as the builder of the community that I am building also helps me as a developer. Okay. So it's not about self-promotion only, but self-promotion can come from it. So, but building in public also is not only for extroverts. Okay. So if you're listening to me and you are like, oh, I'm not an extrovert, I can't really share my progress, I'm afraid of putting myself out there. It's not about being an extrovert, my dear. Okay. Building in public is not about being an extrovert. It's for everyone. Whether you're listening to me and you are an introvert like myself, I'm an introvert. Sometimes I'm shy. Yeah. But if you're building in public, it can also help you, get past some of these things. Okay. We'll still go over the benefits. So building in public is not only for extroverts. Okay. Get that right. Then the next, building in public is not only for experts. It's not only for experts. You don't need to have a unicorn first before you now open up to the public and say, yeah, this is a new feature we are building. You can start building in public the very first day you started learning to code. All right. I know that there are a lot of different skill levels listening to me right now. There are senior engineers here, there are junior engineers, there are beginners, there are experts. So regardless of your expertise at the moment, okay, you can start building in public. Now, building in public is not also sharing everything. Are you listening to me? Building in public is not about sharing everything. So you don't say that, oh, I'm building in public, and you now go and share your API key. Okay? You don't do that. So those are some of the misconceptions that people have. They will say, I'm building in public, so I have to share everything. No, you have control over what you share, right? You have control over what you share. So it's not about sharing everything. And then sometimes people are, skeptical about building in public. They will feel, oh, they will steal my idea. So if I'm building a project and I just post it, say, this is what I'm working on, some people will steal it. No, it doesn't work like that. Ideas are everywhere. Ideas are everywhere. Okay. So building in public is about determining what you want to share. You have control over it, and getting the community along. Okay. Next one, building in public is not about having a massive following. Are you listening? Building in public it's not about having a massive following. I did not have up to 20,000 followers before I started building in public. I started less than 1,000. Okay. So maybe you are on Twitter or LinkedIn or whatsoever other social media platform, and you feel you don't have enough following to start building in public. No, it's not about the following, all right? Okay. It's not about the following. It's about you yourself and the community. So you don't need to wait till you have a massive following before you start building in public, okay? Get that right as we continue. Then building in public is not a shortcut to success. All right? It's not a shortcut. You have to put in the effort. It requires you to be consistent, but the rewards are many, okay? The rewards are many and you enjoy it. Trust me. So, yeah, if you have questions, please document them because we'll go over it shortly. So, did you know developers who build in public have 9 times more chance of career advancement and opportunities for professional growth than those who don't? So, most of the opportunities I've gotten is people that saw me online, people that saw my work online, people that saw me on Twitter or Facebook or LinkedIn. Okay, so those are where my opportunities mostly come from, and it's from building in public. So if you are here and you're not sharing your work, you're not building in public, you're just private, you are stealth, I believe after this section you consider building in public. It will attract a lot of opportunities and for professional growth for you. Okay, so get that. So some interesting facts about startups. This will lead us somewhere. 90% of startups and projects that developers engage in fail. 90%. 90%. And then 42% of this failure is lack of market fit. So what is lack of market fit? You just developed something and then after spending 6 months inside, you launched your product or your project, whatever it is, whether it's a to-do list or whatever it is actually, you just launched and you found out that people didn't really like this. Okay, that's what it means to have a lack of market fit. And then also 70% of the startups fail in the first 5 years. This will lead us somewhere. Get this. So get this. Once we start going over the benefits, you'll see what this is linking to. Okay. So what are the benefits of building in public? What are the benefits of building in public? What does it mean to build in public? How can he help you? All right. So let's go over. Now, there's this my favorite quote from Sam Altman from OpenAI. He says, "You think you have this great idea that everyone is going to come join, but that's not how it works." And that's true, really. So most times, startups or projects that developers engage in fail because they think, you as a developer, you think that this is a great idea that people should come and join, but no, it doesn't work that way. So building in public will help you a lot to know how these things work and what you must do at each point in time. So what are the benefits? So number one is to find a product market fit. So number one benefit of building in public is that if you're building a project to monetize, maybe you have an idea as a developer and you want to build this project and launch, building in public will help you to know whether your audience or the market itself really needs what you're about to do. So for instance, some time ago, I wanted to build an AI project. I wanted an AI project that summarizes movies for people like me that doesn't like to spend a lot of time watching movies. So I tweeted it on my LinkedIn, on my Twitter too, and then I asked my audience. I put up a vote, and then I was getting some, you know, some negative feedbacks about the reactions of my audience towards that project. So after some deliberations, I worked on it for a while, and then after a while I discovered that this is not the best fit for my audience. So had it been I was not building in public, I would have gone inside, built this project, and then launched, and nobody will use it. Okay, so this is one of the benefits of building in public: finding a product market fit. So the second benefit of building in public is that you get early feedback. Okay, getting early feedback. So what does it mean to get early feedback? Most times, as developers, we'll be inside writing codes and following wrong practices of writing code. Maybe you're learning how to code in, maybe let's say, React or Next.js or whatsoever framework, or maybe even JavaScript that you are learning. If you are not building in public and you don't really have direct mentors, it will be very hard for you to get feedback on your skill. So building in public helps you to get feedback early. Once you start posting your works, you attract both positive and negative criticisms that will help you to get feedback. Okay? So try it. It's worthwhile. Okay? So another benefit of building in public is that it gets you trusted. It gets you trusted. Okay? So most times, let me tell you, in case you're here, you are looking for a remote job or whatsoever. You're looking for a job, you are looking to get hired. Let me tell you something. Okay? Building in public will get you trusted. If people trust you, they will hire you. That's the fact you should know. If people trust you, they will hire you. It's not the best that gets hired. Okay? It's not the best that gets hired. It's the one that is known. So if you are the best and nobody knows you are the best, come on, nobody is going to hire you, right? If you're the best in your craft, you're the best React developer in your craft, but nobody knows that you're the best, nobody will hire you. So building in public helps you to get trusted, right? So get that. Also, building in public helps you to grab attention. Okay? Building in public helps you to grab attention, to get attention and build a community. So once you start sharing your work on social media, once you start sharing your work on maybe a blog, your website, or wherever you're sharing, wherever you're building in public, it helps you to get attention. People will get attracted to what you're doing. And once people get attracted to what you're doing, you're already in turn building a community of like-minded individuals. And this will help you form relationships that will be beneficial to your career as a developer. Okay? So, get that right. So building in public also helps you to stay motivated and accountable. Building in public helps you to get motivated and stay accountable. So most times I'll come online and say, those days when I started building in public, I will tweet that I will finish a project. And when I start building a project and I run into a bug, I will remember that I tweeted already that I will finish this project today. Okay, so it gets me accountable. It gets me motivated that, I will have to share this work with people, with my online audience. So I get back to the work and start doing it. So building in public also helps you to stay committed to your objective. Okay, so setting public goals is key to accountability. If you're a developer and you're building in public, setting public goals is key to accountability. Try it. You will like it. Okay, so now this is very, very, very important as developers. This is very, very important. Overcoming imposter syndrome. Let me be frank with you. Everybody goes through imposter syndrome, even the best of the best. Okay? Even the best of the best goes through imposter syndromes. Okay? So maybe you're here, you're feeling bad about yourself. You're feeling as though you're not getting it right. You have tried learning a concept and you're not understanding it. You have tried learning a technology and it seems it's not going well. Or maybe you ran into a bug and it's not really moving fine. You've not gotten the answer. And you might be feeling bad, you might be feeling you're worthless, you might be feeling you don't know anything. It's universal. It happens to everyone. It happens to Danny. If Danny will be frank with us, it happens to her sometimes. It happens to everyone. So imposter syndrome, it's a concept that, it happens to everyone, but building in public can help you to a great extent overcome it. So once you start sharing your journey, both successes and your failures, it will help you relate with other developers. Okay? It will help you reduce that feeling of worthlessness. It will help you reduce that feeling of imposter syndrome. Once you start sharing your journey, maybe you ran into a bug and you're transparent about it. You couldn't finish a project and you're transparent about it. You built a project and it worked really well and you're transparent about it. These things, they compound, okay? They compound and help you to overcome this imposter syndrome. It's not a good place to be, okay? Okay, you are good, you are doing well. Even if you're not feeling it, even if you're not feeling like you're making progress, you are making progress, okay? Yeah, it's not about how you feel. Okay, don't wait till you feel good before you share your progress. Don't wait till you feel good before you share your journey online. Okay, it's not about your feeling, it's about the concept, the community, the transparency. Okay, so yeah. Number 7, building in public attracts positive criticism. Okay. Yeah, not everyone is going to like what you're building. Not everyone is going to, massage you, pat you at the back and tell you that you are doing good. But sometimes you need that negative, not really negative, positive criticism. Sometimes you need positive criticism to improve. Okay. So for instance, when you share your journey online and you get seniors and experts in your industry comment on your project or your learning or whatsoever you're building, and they give you criticism, constructive criticism, it's for your own good. It will help you develop, it will help you improve. So building in public helps you to attract this positive criticism that are key to your career development. Okay, it's one of the best ways to learn. My time is quite expended, so I'll rush it. Thank you, Danny. All right, building in public also helps you to build a personal brand. Okay, it helps you to build a personal brand, and having a personal brand on social media will attract many opportunities to you. Okay, so please, build in public is necessary. Now, building in public also helps you to improve your communication skills. You see, the way I'm talking with you right now, I couldn't talk before I started building in public. I couldn't talk. Okay, so building in public helped me to communicate. All right, so it's very important. And then it brings you closer to opportunities. So right now, as I'm speaking right now, it's because I was building in public, and then somebody might see my talk right now, and then send me a message, say, "Hey Tim, I liked what you did. Can you become our DevRel? We are looking for a DevRel. We have an opening for DevRel." And then I'll take the opportunities because it has brought me closer. Building in public has brought me closer to the opportunity. Okay, so it's very important that you build in public. So how to build in public? I'll rush this. Danny, please. I'll rush this. So decide on what you want to share with your audience. Okay, so decide on what you want to share with your audience. You have control of what you want to share. Okay, nobody is forcing you to share your API key. Okay, few examples of what to share in public is behind the scenes of a project, learning, or product creation process. Okay, you can share your progress updates, your wins, your accomplishments, your goals, your targets, your milestones, and your future previews, demos, whatsoever. Okay, so I would, if there is a way I can give you this slide, if you need it, you can message me on Twitter and you can get the slide for free so that you can go over it and learn some of the things that you miss here. So you can choose your channel that you want to share your progress, where you want to build in public. You can choose Twitter, LinkedIn, blogging, Reddit, indie hackers. All these platforms are great, okay? So be consistent is very important, and then learn from others. There are numerous successful developers building in public to learn from, okay? These are some of the successful founders and developers that have been studying quite a while, and they are very good. Peter Levels is a very public figure in building in public. Mark Lu, I like him. Then Paul is the founder of Copy AI. And thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening. If you need the a slide, you can message me on Twitter. If you have questions, I don't think there's time for questions again. So
I'll bring a little question here just to kind of like keep up to the tradition. So, what advice would you give to someone who's considering starting building in public for the first time?
okay. So my advice is share it. Share it. You don't need to wait till you become a professional. So for instance, if you're learning how to code, let me say you're learning how to code for the first time, you can start with 100 days of code. It's a very important uh, paradigm to follow. You can start with 100 days of code. Once you learn, you share your progress. Oh, hey community, I just learned ES6 promises in JavaScript today. This is the project I'm building to master it. That's very fine. You can start from there. Okay? So my advice is don't wait. Start today to share your progress. Thank you.
That's awesome. I love it. And I kind of like am trying to follow both you and all the lessons that I've been getting from you and everything that you share on socials and also everything that you applied here and share with us in this session. To not wait and just start sharing as we learn, right? Because it's kind of like
Yes.
we spoke in a few other sessions before. Like if you learn something and you teach someone else how to do something that you just learned, you're relearning twice and you're kind of like strengthening what you have just learned. So I love it.
Yes.
All
Thank you.
right. Just like Nike, just do it. That's great.
Yes.
All right, guys. So everyone here is really happy, and I'm also really happy from everything that I was able to learn from you today, Tim. And if
Thank
you guys want to connect with Tim, if you have any thoughts, any questions, and if you want to get any more insights from him, Tim, please drop your Twitter handle or X handle here for us in the comment section for the audience to
Okay.
connect with you. And thank you again for accepting my invitation. I'm really happy
You're
to have
welcome.
learned from you today and to have you here with us as usual.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. This is my handle at Timo Okonkwo. Then there is a underscore. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Amazing. All right, Tim. Thank you so much. You have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you later.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye bye. All right, guys. How's everyone doing here in the comment section? Yeah, the session was indeed magnificent, and I love that word. All right. Are you guys ready and set for our next session? What's up, Siddharth? It was super informative. I loved it. Okay, Antonia's ready. I'm ready. I can see that our next speaker is ready and set over here. So for our next session, very last but not least for today, we have Musa talking about how to leverage AI as a developer, and he's a friend of mine that I'm really, really excited, just like Tim, to bring on stage. So, Musa, how are you doing today?
Amazing. How about you, Danny?
I'm doing great, getting to learn a lot from you guys, and also sitting here with the audience, just having fun and absorbing all the lessons and learnings. So, while you set up, I know you have a presentation, so share that once you can. And let me see. Yes, Samir, you do need to stay for this next one. I'm sure you don't want to miss Mrs. Talk. Okay, you see the
Okay.
presentation over here. So I'll let you take it on, have fun, and then for the very last 5 to 10 minutes of the session, I'll bring the best questions from our Hashnoders and friends on stage for you to respond.
Sure.
All right, have fun.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Hello. Am I
We can
audible?
hear. Yes.
Yeah. So hello everybody. Like it's a pleasure, to be here. Uh, to be here, like in front of you guys. And so first of all, about me, uh, I'm Muzammil. I'm from Surat, Gujarat, basically from India, and I'm a student basically. So this is my first time to be as a speaker. Like a little bit insights, not more, on how to leverage AI as a developer. So you know, so let's just start. Please give me a minute. Hello. So um, you know that AI right now is too much over the space. Like AI is leveraging. AI is evolving so fast. I mean, like people are every day getting a new tool, like to in every each other case. So like as a developer, it's a very bold it would be a very bold move, to leverage AI to solve everyday bug problems. Also, you can say to increase productivity, to boost your productivity. So as technology advances, it's crucial for developers to stay up to date with the latest trends. So like developers have to learn every day. Like a lot of new technologies come to the market every day. So AI has disrupted many industries, including software development. So like let's just explore the presentation I made. So what is the importance of AI in software development? So you can say uh, we can use AI to increase our efficiency, accuracy, innovation. So let's just dive in deeply. So like as a developer, when you write code, so uh, hello Siddharth. So as a developer, like AI helps a lot in increasing our efficiency. Also, uh, like the code you write. So there is some other types of solutions also of that code. So also that solutions can be brought in front of our sites, and we can also learn from that. Like whenever you go into the any of the AI tool for coding, especially you can say rigs. So like rigs is a, I can say, very accurate for developers. Like the you know you can say the most trusted tool for developers. So what I can say is you can increase your accuracy in the coding by using this type of AI tools. And also it helps, also AI helps you know uh, in AI can help in developers identify patterns and make productions, leading to innovative solutions and better user experiences. So like you can also ask AI like to how, like what type of user interface right now the people want, the user want. So like you can develop keeping in mind that perspective. So like AI is helping in every perspective to the developers. So like you know in the like when ChatGPT rolled out, so like a lot of people were asking on Twitter, on LinkedIn, and I also saw on many websites that like AI will AI replace developers, or you can say like the other what can I say, the other jobs. So I would suggest that, I would say that AI is not here to replace anybody, but AI is here to help. Like AI really boosts our productivity. Like you can say I use a tool called TextBlaze every day. Like it helps me a ton of time writing the same text over and over again. So that helps a lot. Like AI as a developer, it helps a lot. Also, what is the benefit of using like AI tools as a developer? So potential benefits for developers are in, like as I already said, like it increases productivity. You can you can write better quality of code, and also user experience also can be improved by talking to any of the AI. Like you can ask Rix, or you can ask ChatGPT code interpreter basically. So like it will say you, like it will show you like what type of user experience do people expect right now, do users expect right now. So, what is the practical application of AI for developers? So, you can say mainly for code generation, bug detection and debugging, automated testing, and quality assurance. So, like you can say, like you have to, for example, you have to write a small code. So, like you will not, go every time on VS Code and write for it. Like every time write a short code. Instead, what you can use is you can go to Rix.chat and just write a code snippet for this and this. So like it will come up with the best answers. So in these ways AI can help us, like for especially for developers, what I'm talking about right now. Also, like you have written a code, and there comes a bug. So like you tried your best, and then like if you are not getting the bug, or you can say you are not able to debug the code, what you can do is just copy paste the whole code into Rix, or you can say ChatGPT code interpreter, and you can get the bug easily, like very fast. Also, uh, the third one, automated testing. So you wrote a code, now you will not publish it directly, because developers first test the code whether it's working properly or not. So you can just paste the code into the Rix, or you can say ChatGPT code interpreter, and ask for the result, then it will show you. And if there is any result, so you can improve that code, or you can just use AI to improve that code. So that type of help we can get through this type of AI tools. Also, like AI is helping, but there are some challenges and considerations when leveraging AI as a developer, like ethical implications, skill requirements, integration and compatibility with existing systems. So uh, what I can concise these 3 points in a single point is that um, when you try to generate a code, then like the any AI tool will generate it for you, but when you will test it, then it's not 100% sure that it will work fine. So you have to be better at prompting. Like uh, you have to write perfect prompt, or you can or you have to write the perfect prompt to generate that code. If not, then you can also improve the prompt, like rewrite the prompt and generate the code you want. So that was the like AI like challenges that comes as an uh, as a user of the AI tools. then what you can say is best practices for incorporating AI into development workflows is identifying suitable projects for AI integration, collaborating with AI experts, and continuously evaluating and iterating AI solutions. So you can identify, I mean, like there are some places like there can be some places in the code where you can just use AI. Like a lot of people are today using AI automations and building companies, like very wealthy companies. So you can also use AI in your projects as per the need of the AI, and automate your tasks. So that would be the best practices for incorporating AI into your development workflows. And conclusion is that uh, as far as I know, that if you if you try to learn as much as you can, like every day, that would be super helpful to you. Like you can also use uh, rigs, like tools like rigs every day, because Rix is totally free. And Rix is not only limited for developers. Rix is a far better tool than all AI tools, because it helps in other things also. Like I'm a content creator on Twitter also. So when I just write a prompt of generate a whole Twitter thread in a specific way with a specific three punch hook. So Rix helps me in that way also. So like Rix is not only for developers, but it's also for other purposes. Like you can use it for the other purposes. Now now if you guys have any questions regarding AI tools or like content creation, you may ask in the comments. Danny, can you come up with questions?
Let me come up over here. Let me set up.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a lot of questions here. A lot of people are saying that they are being able to use rigs. And one question I do have for you, besides rigs, do you use AI? In what other manners do you use AI daily? Like, is it to learn new programming languages, to modify your code? How do you use it?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Yeah, so besides using, like, how do you use AI to improve your code or improve your language skills and so on? Like, what do you use it for learning? How else do you use it?
Basically, so as I already told that I'm a student, and so I learn right now specifically Rix to learn programming language. And
Hmm.
sometimes I get bugs, but I try to debug myself, not using AI tools right now, because I want to learn. That's why.
Amazing. Okay, I have a few questions over here. How can AI help me getting a job?
How can AI help in getting a job? So you know like this is a very vast question, as AI directly does not help you getting a job. Like you can improve your another skills also, like language skills, coding skills. And then like and then when you will be are efficient in a perfect way, I mean in any particular thing, then you can get a particular job by finding, or you can say through content creation, or you can say through showing up every day on Twitter, on LinkedIn. That's easy.
Amazing. And what are some of the tools that you love, especially AI tools besides Rex, that you use it very much? Like, do you use uh, GitHub Copilot or Bard, or are there any other ones that you enjoy?
uh, I use Bing also. I use TextBlaze for rewriting. I don't rewrite the same stuff which I have to write every day. So instead, I use TextBlaze, where I can create a snippet, and then I just have to write the prompt like /@ so it gets me the whole code, or you can say the whole text. So like I use a lot of AI tools. Like if you want, I can also, I will also share you the list. If you want, I can, you can DM me on Twitter also.
That would be awesome. And actually, like that's another question by Ayan here. So, what are the best ways to know that a particular AI tool exists to help me with a particular task?
Okay, so me and my other two friends are working on a platform called gigatools.ai, where you can
Nice.
just go to search bar and just like enter your need. Then you can just then you will get get the tools, or the AI tools available in the market. And also you will get some really amazing lifetime deals at a very discount price. Also there are currently available there are currently available websites where you can find this, like supertools.therundown.ai. I can share the link in the chat.
Nice.
Supertools.the you can just search on Google therundown.ai, and you will get the whole directly, the super tools.
Amazing. And Labor asked us, how can developers self-educate? How can self-educated developers use AI to effectively integrate it to their skills? Like, how would you advise on that
How can developers self-educate to effectively integrate AI into their
into
skills?
their skills?
So yeah, so it totally depends. Like for me, as a content creator, I have to copy paste some of the stuff a lot on the everyday basis. So I use AI tools in that way, like in that, what you can say, like I already mentioned text based, so I use it in that way. So you can also use, like if you want a particular, if you want to understand a particular I can say topic in any programming language in the best way. So what you can do is you can just go to the code ChatGPT code interpreter if you have ChatGPT plus, or you can just use Rix. So it will help you. It will make you understand it even in a better way. It even in a easiest way with with showing some examples also. So in that
Amazing.
way you can integrate AI to develop your skills.
Okay. Let me see if we have any other questions here. I'm seeing like a lot of comments of people who really enjoyed your session. So if you guys want to continue to connect with Moza, here's his handle, and feel free to connect with him on X or Twitter and send questions, share feedback about how much you enjoyed the session that he just held for us today. Moza, thank you for accepting my invitation and joining us today. That was really awesome, and I'm happy you took on the opportunity.
Thanks a lot, Danny, for having me. And it was my first time, and I really enjoyed answering your questions. I know that still my answers are not enough. As I'm also learning, but I shared my insights.
Of course, we are all always learning, and I'm happy that you took on the opportunity and shared your insights. Those were really great. Thanks again.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye bye. All right, guys. Uh, yeah, I think he did amazing for her first talk. That was just great, right? So we had a big packed day with a lot of learnings, and I hope you had as much fun as I did. And today was jam packed with a lot of golden nuggets, let's call it. And we learned how to create engaging videos with Kevin. Danny showed us the way to document your work for getting a remote job. Tim talked about building in public, and Musa just gave us a peek into the future with AI and how we can elevate our days and code productivity with it. So I want to remind you guys, don't forget the contest on Hashnode's giveaway is still on. So we're stoked to read your articles, your X posts, or your LinkedIn posts about what you guys have learned, insights, and even questions that you guys may have from today's sessions and the sessions from the previous days as well. So the ones that get the most likes and comments or responses will snag the Hashnode gift box. So I'll be selecting 3 winners for this contest. So keep those posts coming, and let's go through tomorrow's session, which unfortunately will be our last session for the bootcamp. But to wrap up, we're going to have Yuri Santana or Yuri Codes bot talking about how to grow your online presence and leverage social media for personal branding, followed by Alex on how to build AI headshots app with Leap AI. And then a comeback with Sam with selling yourself as a developer. And last but not least, we're going to have Chris Bell talking about how to add multi-channel notifications to your app with Knock. So get ready for the grand finale tomorrow. I'm really, really excited to learn from all these awesome sessions. And a massive shout out to all of you that joined me here today, the questions, the insights, and everything that you guys have shared in the comment section was great. And I see here a question by Siddharth. You can choose. So you can either share on X, Twitter, on Hashnode, or LinkedIn. So it's your choice. That's awesome. I'm excited to read this series here. All right. So get ready for the grand finale tomorrow. We're diving into all these amazing topics, and it's going to be a blast. So make sure that you're here. Enjoy me for another day of lessons. And it's a wrap for day 4, guys. Let's keep up the momentum, share your learnings, and hope to see you guys on X. And until then, keep coding, keep writing on Hashnode, and stay awesome. See you guys later.
See you in the golden sand on an island far, far away. Midas touch, I'm the magic man. Follow me and let's get out of this place. We could fly over our problems, watching clouds from a private jet.